Hey guys, Archie Luxury channel, and today I want to cover the topic: should you give your luxury timepieces to your children? Should you give them luxury timepiece gifts? And I'm making this video because I've had a few people out in the audience there who've said, my first son's born, so I bought a watch, the birth year of his birth, and then I've got, they just go on like a wet blanket. And it's raised the question, should you buy these expensive things for your children? And I've got to be completely honest with you. I've had a few children in my life. I've got four boys, and I actually gave my eldest two a Rolex. Okay, it was a used vintage Rolex when they were both in high school. I gave them each a really cool vintage Rolex. And the question is, what happened and what experience have I learned out of this situation? Well, they were in, one was in high school. I think the other one was just coming up into higher primary. And so I gave them this watch each. And sure as clockwork, they took them, of course. They took them because they were valuable. And they then asked me to sell them. That's correct. They asked me to sell them. They said, "Hey, Dad, we don't want this old Rolex. Get rid of it. We want the money." One of them bought an Xbox. The other one, he asked me to sell it, and he bought a really cool BMX bike. And then, as they say, the rest is history. You know what happened. The Xbox, obviously, it became worthless, as technology does. And the BMX bike, well, he then tried to sell it to a mate for $80, and I bought it off him. I said, "Hey, I'll take that for my other kids." But that's what happened. You look at this thing here, and it's quite sad. I gave them a Rolex each because I wanted them to be in the hobby. I wanted them to get the bug. And all that really ended up happening is they sold them and bought depreciating other shit. And I got to be honest with you, both of those boys, they're very disappointed they sold them. And I've said to them, I said, basically, you've cut yourself out of the will of getting any heirloom pieces from me because I've seen what you did when I was alive. So could you imagine if I died? You're not going to keep anything. You're going to sell the bloody thing. And that's kind of sad. It's the truth. It's the reality. This is the world we live in. So, you know, I got to be honest with you. I was disappointed, but I'm certainly not going to give them another Rolex. They got one crack at it, and they fucked it up. My other two children, I haven't given them a Rolex yet. They're a bit younger, and I'm not going to make the same mistake. I think I need to wait at least until they finish high school, maybe a bit later still again. I think this time, I got to be honest with you, they've really expressed no interest in luxury watches. They're not really that interested. They don't want to learn about them. They don't know the names or the models. They're just not really that interested. So, I got to be honest with you. Do you give them a Rolex? Do you make people interested in the hobbies you have? I mean, they like them because they're expensive. Yeah, they can cash the fun tickets in, but they don't like them for what they are. They only, you know, that's the sad thing about them. So I think in many ways, sometimes the dreams you have, the hobbies you have, yes, you dearly want to get your children involved into it, but it doesn't really work. I mean, if you give someone something, they don't appreciate it the same way as if they had to use their own grit, determination and brains to buy something they really want. And I got to be honest with you, that the lesson out of this equation is you can't force someone into the hobby. They've got to want to do it themselves. And I got to be honest with you, I think realistically it's okay to give less expensive watches to your children. But I think they really, Rolex and Omega Speedmaster, anything, really, really hurt money, they need to do it themselves. You can't just give them things because they just don't appreciate it. It's like hookers and con men. They go through their money very, very fast. It's like water. They don't respect the money. Whereas if someone's had a job at a petrol station or just a low entry-level job and they've saved and saved and saved, and then they've finally bought an Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon, or they've bought a Tudor, they know what effort has gone into getting it. They know how hard it was. They know what they sacrificed. They know what they've done. Whereas if you just give them this thing, they don't appreciate it. And I got to be honest with you, I desperately would have loved Papa Pluta AC2 to give me a Rolex, an Omega, something very, very beautiful and nice. It ain't going to happen. Papa Pluta ain't going to do that. He's not interested in my happiness or what I want. He's interested in spending the money on Mercedes Benzes. That's what he wants to do. He wants to drive luxury motor cars, luxury automobiles. He's not interested in me in the slightest. And that is the reality. That is the reality that we live in. So I got to be honest with you. My dreams of horological pursuits aren't necessarily my children's. And I got to be honest with you, I think you're better off to keep your watches for yourself. Keep them for yourself. Love them for yourself. And if the watches themselves there are really, really, you really do love them, well, that's fantastic. But you can't give someone else your dreams. They can't live your dreams. Do you understand that? They can't live your dreams. Your dreams are your dreams. So I got to be honest with you guys. Don't fall into the trap of what your dreams are, your kids will follow. No, that doesn't quite equate. It doesn't quite work that way. So my view is, fuck them. Don't give them expensive watches. They're not going to appreciate them. It's only when they work their fingers to the bone, their ringer to the bone, that they actually appreciate or understand the value of money. You can't give people things. I've seen so many spoiled fucking brats out there. Someone gives them a Mercedes-Benz or a car. They treat it like shit. But if they had to work and buy one themselves, they suddenly realize the value of money. So I reckon the best life lesson you can give to your kids is give those fuckers nothing. Give those fuckers nothing. I'm Archie Luxury. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. Like, subscribe, tell your circle jerking friends, and put a few comments below. See you later, fuckers. You lousy circle jerkers. Can't take my eyes on me. My thoughts on me just grow and grow and grow. I am the best there is. I think that I'm so grand, so grand. Okay. Hey guys, my name is Paul Pluta. I'm the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3. Guys, I need a bit of help. It's very hard running a YouTube channel relying on Google Ads alone. I'm in a special niche and I speak my mind, and I don't have all those Seiko wannabes, all the people who want assurance about their affordable shitters. So I've got to really try hard to bring in the revenue. Guys, if you like my content, if you think I'm a great chap to have around, why don't you help me out? There's a number of ways you can help me out. This will keep me full-time on YouTube. Look in the description of this video for some ways you can help me. You could sponsor me on Patreon. That allows you to send a small monthly amount to me every month. It can be $1, it can be $100, whatever you can afford. The next way you can help me is, well guys, I really need some money to keep things going. Paid reviews. On the Paul Pluta channel, I run paid reviews. For as little as $20 US, I'll give you an opinion of your collection, of what you're looking at. I'll try and answer. There's heaps of other ways you can help me. I do telephone consultancy. For $50 US, I will talk to you on Skype or WhatsApp and answer your horological or personal problems. Any questions, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. Now guys, please help us out. Look down below, and if you could help us out, I will stay here and make videos full-time on YouTube.